these, about performance, about the words, etc.
All good? Let's start with this. Everybody say the word holistic energy. Holistic energy. All right, now look at the person next to you. Say, did you hear me? I said holistic energy. So holistic energy is the process of taking the energy in a space and transforming that energy so that all of us that exist in that space can come with our full selves. A lot of times the world asks us to only bring pieces of ourselves to the work we do, but in the week of Black Lives, in the curriculum, we know that we can not only bring pieces of ourselves to the work. If we truly want to achieve liberation in our lifetime, we have to be able to bring our entire selves. Ashe? Ashe. So I'm gonna, a part of every movement is a soundtrack. So I'm gonna share with you all some of the songs, a few of the songs, and mostly chants that we've been doing for the last 5 years throughout the movement for Black Lives and in Black Youth Project 100 spaces around the country. So the first chant I'm gonna teach you is gonna be okay. I'm gonna turn you into a choir, is that cool? Some people said, no, that's not okay, I didn't consent to that. It's gonna be fine, I promise. What we believe in Black Youth Project 100 is that we are always standing in the lineage of all of those who came before us and all of those who came after us. I'll state that again. We are standing in the lineage of all of those who came before us and all of those who will come after us. So this is an activity we do in BYP 100. It's a chant that was gifted to us by our New Orleans chapter called Ancestors Watching. I'm gonna teach you how to do the chant. I'm gonna sing it to you. We're gonna sing it together. We're gonna sing it loud. And then I'm gonna ask you to hold an ancestor in your head right now. So have their name in your head. This could be Ella Baker. It could be Harriet Tubman. It could be your grandmother, your grandfather. It could be Martin Luther King. But hold the name of an ancestor in your head. 10 more seconds. Do you have your ancestor? Yes. All right. So this is how the chant goes. It's okay if you are off key. In movement spaces, it's not about key. It's okay if you go to another key, that's fine. It is not okay if you're off rhythm. Ashe. All right. So this is how it goes, one quick time. Ancestors watching, I know they're watching. Ancestors watching, I know. Ancestors watching, I know they're watching. Ancestors watching, I know. A little bit louder. Ancestors watching, I know they're watching. Ancestors watching, I know. Again. Ancestors watching, I know they're watching. Ancestors watching, I know. Now lower it a little bit. Ancestors watching. Now call out your ancestors into the room. Loud so we can hear you. Ella Baker. Ooh, Shirley Chisholm. Yes. Keep calling them out loud.
All right, we are going to stop it there just for a moment.
Don't forget.
And let's see, where do I go to stop my screen share? There we go, it's hidden. All right, so tell me, let's talk about what we witnessed there. What do we see in that chant? What do we see? What do we hear?
There is an acknowledgement and an appreciation, as well as a gratitude and just an awareness that your ancestors are there watching you through civil disobedience, and no matter what type of turmoil that may come when fighting for justice, your ancestors are still there fighting the good fight with you.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you for sharing that.
It's gonna sound weird, but I almost sense like a type of ritualistic energy. You know, they were honing in on what they were really saying. They were feeling it, and they were connecting to their roots and just the meaning of what they were saying and singing, or chanting rather.
Yeah. For me, I saw how they honored those who had come before them, and then they looked at it. To me, it was like this is an ongoing thing. This is a passing of the baton that will be passed on, and I like how it centered their work. Um, it I felt like it grounded them, right? And with that in mind, when you're thinking about the people who did it before you, to me it gives you that much more purpose and power, right? In June I was arrested at the Capitol downtown, June 15th, and we were chanting as we were getting arrested, and I just remember sitting on this hill, you know, and just crying as we were chanting, as the police were picking us up one by one. And wasn't that I was afraid of the police, but I was in such gratitude to those who had done the same for me. And I knew it was important for me to do for others. But yeah. Any other thoughts about what we saw? What about the words that they said?
About ancestors watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt it. I'll just say that I felt what they were saying.
Yeah. And it was, they were repeating, there was repetition there, right? The ancestors are watching. I know they're watching. The ancestors are watching. Any other thoughts about what we heard? Had anyone heard that chant before?
I have not.
Yeah, me neither. That was my first time hearing it at that time.
It was my first time too.
Yeah, so powerful, so powerful. And just the calling of names. We do that in my church every Sunday. We call out names of the ancestors. And so that wasn't new to me, but just to hear the ancestors are watching, man, that is like, that could send chills through you. You know, the ancestors are watching, relying on you. So to me, it adds so much more depth to what it is that you're doing, to what you're fighting for. And like, we can get caught up in like the chants, like, oh, this is the trendy chant to do, or this sounds good, but just to remember that the ancestors are watching. So your chants they shouldn't be contrived, right? They should be heartfelt. They should have meaning. And you know, you do chants over and over again, sometimes you can forget like what they mean or why they were made, right? Cool. I'm going to share my screen again. I love this.
As you're doing that, I was just struck by how they serve, perhaps as a reminder of why we're here, of why we're doing what we're doing, and they give purpose and gravitas to this collection and to this moment. It puts us in a trajectory of history, a trajectory of protest, right? Mm-hmm. That we are part of a tradition. So in a way, not only what the chant tells the listener, but what it does for the participant is what I got from that particular example.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to, let's see here. Share my screen again. We're going to go back to these, to this video. And there we go. And I am going to fast forward a little bit.
Couple more, call them out. What side are you on? What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? You on the freedom side. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We on the freedom side. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We on the freedom side. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We on the freedom I said Ella Baker was a freedom fighter and she taught us how to fight. Say what? We gon' fight all day and night until we do it right again. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? Martin Luther King was a freedom fighter and he taught us how to fight. Say what? We gon' fight all day and night until we get it right. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? Say, what side are you on, my people? What side are you on? What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? Now repeat this after me. Say, mama, mama, can't you see? Mama, mama, can't you see? What the system's done to me? What the system's done to me? They lock us up, they put us down. They lock us up, they put us down. Ain't no justice in this town. Ain't no justice in this town. Say, ain't no justice in this town. 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 Say, Papa, Papa, can't you see? Papa, Papa, can't you see? What the system's done to me? What the system's done to me? They lock us up and put us down. They lock us up and put us down. Ain't no justice in this town. Ain't no justice in this town. Say, ain't no justice in this town. 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 Say, ain't no justice in this town. Ain't no justice in this town. But we gon' turn it all around. Turn it all around. Yes, y'all sound.
All right, all right. I wasn't gonna play that second one, but it just felt right, so I went ahead and let it rip. So the first one, what side are you on? So as we're thinking about that particular chant, what were some of the elements that they incorporated into that? Like, what did we hear?
They incorporated call and response. I just really love both of them. They was just so fun. Oh my goodness. I was just sitting here like bopping back and forth. But yes, they incorporated repetition, call and response. It was just amazing. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That what side are we on, my people? What side are we on? I've heard that chant a lot and I've done it, but I never heard I don't know if I've heard the like storytelling that happened in there when they were talking about Ella Baker, Martin Luther King. I don't know if I've heard it that way. And so, and the great thing about it is you can choose whoever you want to tell their story. It could be tailored to the city that you're in or the situation that you're fighting for. So I love that. And that's a great thing about chants. You can hear, I don't know if y'all have heard that chant down Babylon, Black people are the bomb. Like if you hear that in so many different ways. It's like the church, right? How churches have different, they might have different versions of the same song, because some deacon made up another version, a verse that was added into the church, but you go to a different church and they do it a different way. So it's kind of like that. You can tailor it to your city or the particular group or a cause or whatever. Other thoughts. So we heard call and response, we heard repetition, storytelling in there. So there's narrative. Anything else?
I would piggyback and say maybe acknowledgement of your stance. Where are you in this this battle, this ongoing battle? Where are you? What's your stance?
Good. The clapping, we Black, we like to clap, we like to feel it, even when we're fighting for something, even when we're hurting, that the spirit hits us. So the clapping was something that stood out to me, the beat, the groove. Anything else?
I just want to echo what Ms. Scott said regarding call and response. And again, with call and response, we have the I and the community, and they collect and collaborate in such a way where the I becomes the community becomes the I. And what's established in the call and response relationship, it was just beautifully personified in that performance. The other thing I felt was jealous because I can't hold a tune to save my life. I don't think it was gonna respond to my call if I sing it.
We will.
But it was beautiful.
Yes, yes.
That's a perfect place for me to piggyback since she mentioned the vocals. I was going to say, if I could just be a little surface and talk about the vocal arrangement and how that went, and how that is something, the way a melody occurs is something that can engage us and captivate us, capture our attention and keep us hooked. You know, you can be doing something without necessarily paying that much attention, like you said earlier, in terms of, oh, you know, you can chant, you can do these chants and forget sometimes the importance. But I loved that. And I loved what he did as the leader, you know, and how he flipped his voice and what that represented to me, and just thinking about the one who takes the lead when we think about the kings of the world and the Malik El-Haj Shabazz, the Malcolm X's of the world, and the Medgar Evers of the world, and all of these people who were an individual, but still, you know, very much part of a collective, fighting for justice, fighting for our peace, fighting for our freedom, what it takes, that there is a little something different for the one to step out, a little something different for the one to do. And he demonstrated that so beautifully with the flip of his voice.
I remember a few weeks ago, I took this leadership training that it was like required for me to take. And so I dreaded it, but it was a social justice and organizing thing. I just did not want to spend as much time as we had to spend in this training. It was very time consuming over the course of a week. And I knew that there was going to be like some agitation that came with it. It's a part of the training. Like somebody was going to push your buttons. And so one of the things that we were asked were, why do you do what you do? And then when you answer that question, no answer is going to be good enough. They're going to press you. Why are you doing this? What is this work? And so it's if you can imagine, like almost being on the witness stand or in an interrogation room where you are being like pressed until you like yell out something like, someone was pressing, can't remember who it was, but one of the facilitators was really like pressing this person, and she just yelled out like, "'Cause people are dying." And they were like, "Yep, because people are dying. That's why you're doing what you're doing." But they pushed her to like, she had so many like steps. Well, because of this, well, because, and then she got to like the root of it. And it was remembering why you got into this. People are dying. And it was so powerful, even though I was irritated to the heavens through this thing. That moment right there was so powerful, and it reminded me to always remember why I'm doing this. Not these other things here. Well, because this happened and this happened. No, people are dying. And so I think it's important for that ancestry piece that we saw. That was important to be reminded of like why we're doing this. Okay, so we came in to write. This is I Want to Write conference, right? We've been talking. So let's do a little bit of writing. So what I want you to do is write down one line that could be a line that could be used in a chant. One line. And let's just let's put it in the chat. Y'all comfortable just putting your one line in the chat?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so put one line that something you haven't heard before, that could be used in a chant. And let's take about, I'll give you all time to think, a couple of minutes to think. Let's try to have them all in there in the next like 3 minutes, so you can have a moment to think about it.
Come on, you should have put the pressure on us and said, y'all got 30 seconds. Make it happen.
Well, you know what? Since you requested it, I'm going to go ahead and give you like 1 more minute. So we at 5:37. By 5:38, have it.
Look at what just happened to me.
All right. Okay. So we got some good stuff in the chat that we can use. So like what I want us to do, if there had been more of us in the session, I would break everybody into breakout rooms and we would do it that way. But since there's just a small group, I think we can do this together. So let's see what we can come up with. Now this could be combining some of our lines if we want, or just taking one line and building upon that. But let us collectively write a chant together, shall we? All right, let's go through and read. So let's have everybody share their chant. And if there's a way in which you already hear it, you can do it in that way. And I think Miss Tia was first.
Okay, so it in my head, it sounds like, I refuse to back down. My fight for freedom is right now. I refuse to back down. My fight for freedom is right now. And then the next one is, no more of your abuse. No more killing our youth. No more of your abuse. No more killing our youth. And then the last one I put is, Knock, knock, we coming in, taking back what's been stolen. Knock, knock, we coming in, taking back what's been stolen. Knock, knock, we coming in, taking back what's been stolen. Yeah.
I can definitely hear that one. Like people beating on something. Yeah. All right, that was great. Dr. Pinkert. No? You don't have a way that you hear it?
I was shaking my head. We have this problem in Soulfire where people don't follow Tia. This is the general rule.
Oh, okay.
That was wonderful, Tia. That was wonderful. But yeah, the performativity. I'm a little nervous.
We got you.
And I almost want to invert that. I fight for me, I fight for you. Peace today, peace tomorrow, peace forever. On repeat.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, that's okay. We get it. All right. Very good. Thank you. Who's next? Me?
Mm-hmm.
Here I am. Here I stand. My freedom is mine. I am a man. Here I am. Here I stand. My freedom is mine. I am a man. Yeah, so that, I mean, you can and these things could, like, that's how I heard it, but you can always beef them up or change the rhythm. All right, Brianna.
Okay, so my fault on the last part. I forgot to like write out the door twice. I should have done that. But okay, so this is how it would sound. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Strange fruit not hanging from trees no more. They being rolled out of precincts right out the front door, right out the front door. Strange fruit not hanging from trees no more. They being rolled out of precincts right out the front door, right out the front door.
Nice. Yeah. Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. All right, Rashawn.
Okay, so mine isn't like the common poem stanza, the ABCD. It's I'm gonna try to work with it. So I will see it as being peace be still, cease to kill, it's freedom's will. Peace be still, cease to kill, it's freedom's will.
Nice. Very good. All right. Let's see, which one do we want to tackle? Like, to make it a little bit longer, so take these lines and make it a little bit longer. I feel like Tia's first one, and y'all can chime in, is might be the easiest to do in the way that it's structured. I refuse to back down. My fight for freedom is right now. Any thoughts around that? Okay, if we have Tia's permission, we'll use that one. All right. All right, so let's see what we can come up with. Of course, these don't have to be long, but let's see what we can do in the time that we have. I refuse to back down. My fight for freedom is right now. So let me do this. If you had to write another line to add to that, what would you write? Put that line in the chat. So you're building off that line that Tia put out there. What would be your next line that goes with that?
Does it necessarily have to rhyme?
It doesn't have to rhyme.
Okay.
So my line would have to come before Tia's. Mine is like the pre-Tia line. Yeah, okay. Let's take one more minute. Nice, nice. All right, so we have a lot of content here. Let's see how we can put some of these things together. I kind of had, when I wrote my line, I thought about it going in front of Tia's. This is how I heard it. Let me find Tia's. So I thought about, I refuse. Tia, I don't even remember how you said yours, but.
Got you. It was, I refuse to back down. My fight for freedom is right now. I refuse to back down. My fight for freedom is right now.
Yeah, so I messed that up. So never mind mine. I forgot how it sounded, so I was hearing it differently. So mine wouldn't work. Yeah. Let's see how we can use some of these other ones. I refuse to back down. My fight for freedom is right now.
No batons, no guns or sprays gonna stop our freedom or get in our way. I just
Okay.
try to keep the same little. No batons, no guns or sprays gonna stop our freedom or get in our way.
Okay, so how could we incorporate maybe incorporate Rashawn's?
That's nice. My silence.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, this may mean like shortening it or something like that.
Yeah, I think I was a little too lengthy with it.
No, I think it's okay. It's just trying to fit into the rhythm of it, you know.
My silence no longer held, and in the shadows I no longer dwell. My silence no longer held. Maybe it's in the shadows. I don't dwell. If we're
Maybe
trying
we
to
even take out the and the in shadows.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My silence no longer held. In shadows.
No longer dwell.
No longer dwell.
Yeah.
My silence no longer held. In shadows no longer dwell.
Hey, go ahead and do the Dougie, Tia. Go ahead and do the Dougie. Okay. So, all right. So we got that. Let's see so let's get Brianna, let's get some of Brianna's stuff in there.
Mhm.
Oh, snap. She strung them together. I ain't mad. I like it.
Yeah, she puts a lot of our lines together.
I refuse to turn my back when you violently attack. Peace be still, cease to kill. It is freedom's will. I refuse to back down. My fight for freedom is right now. I refuse to turn my back when you violently attack. Peace be still, cease to kill. It is freedom's will.
Okay, so how do we get? So what did we have first? We had Tia's line. I refuse to back down, and then we have Rashawn's line next. Okay.
I refuse to back down. My fight for freedom is right now. My silence no longer held, in shadows no longer dwell. I refuse to turn my back when you violently attack. Peace be still, cease to kill. It is freedom's will.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Can we get all of that written out? Let's see. You got that, Tia?
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Because we're gonna chant this together. We're about to chant down Babylon in a minute.
Chant down Babylon up in this pig. Okay? Chill. All right. I refuse. I think I got it. Is that all of it? I refuse.
We might have us a hit, y'all. These at the next protest.
It's right now. And then it's I'm gonna put it here. Let me go ahead and copy this one. Here it is. All right. I'm gonna, and the shadows no longer dwell. I refuse to turn my back when you violently attack. Peace be still, cease to kill. It is freedom's will. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna pull this down here to this line and this one on this line. There we go. All right. I think I got it all.
Okay. All right. I refuse to back down. My fight for freedom is right now.
My silence no longer held, in the shadows no longer dwell. I refuse to turn my back when you violently attack. Peace be still, cease to kill. It is freedom's will.
Hey.
Hey.
We might have us a verse, like we might have us a rap verse. You
I'm
know?
digging it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm digging it right now.
The freedom mixtape.
Yeah. All right. So are we gonna do? Y'all want to do this together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know there might be a delay. Like there's a setting on Zoom that you can change it so that you can overlap with people, but that might be a little too time consuming in the 5 minutes that we have. So we can just accept that there might be a delay and just go for it and see what we come up with. All right. We ready to give this a shot? Is everybody in? Are we all in?
Yeah, we are. I'm in.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Hey Tia, can you do this?
Uh-huh.
Can you do I refuse to turn my back, my fight for freedom? No, I refuse to back down, my fight for freedom is right now. And then
Yes.
start it again. And
Yeah.
then I'll chime in the second time around. Does that make sense to everybody?
Okay.
Yeah.
Tia's gonna do that one line, those two lines, and then we're gonna come back in with I refuse to back down.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
I refuse to back down. My fight for freedom is right now. I refuse
to back down.
To
My
back down. My
Freedom
fight for
is
freedom
right
is right
now.
now.
My
it's no longer
No
held.
longer held
in the
in
shadows.
the
Shadows no
shadows
longer
no longer
dwell.
dwell.
I refuse
I
To
refuse
To
turn
back
my
turn
my
back.
my
fight for
back
freedom
with
is right
you.
now.
Violently attack. Peace be still.
peace be still.
Still.
Peace to
Peace to
kill.
kill.
Is
Is
freedom's
It
will.
is freedom's will.
Nice, very good. So the overlap keeps us from sounding all together, but it almost sounded dope hearing like the repetition, like what were you saying, Tia?
I just said the echo. Saying,
Echoes.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool beans. What I wanted to do that we didn't get around to do it because we lost a little bit of time. I wanted us to be able to do this as an example, and then everybody write their own,
Yeah.
or write in groups. However, we lost a little bit of time, but that's completely fine. I think what we did here was fruitful.
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
hope you had fun doing it because I had fun.
I did.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you gotta go back to training, you got a nice chance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Most definitely. And yeah, like these, I think it's so easy. We like what Brianna was saying that before she was saying like we, you know, we use a lot of the regular chants that that you've heard, and that's the same for me. Like there's a lot of chants that I use or that I participate in at protests, and they're the ones that you heard over and over again. But it's so easy to just create a new one, you know. And so hopefully at our next protest, one day we won't have to protest anymore, you know. But while we're still doing it, hopefully we'll be inspired to create some new ones right there on the spot or before you go. So I hope this has encouraged you and given you a little bit of confidence to do so. Thought this was a fun session, so I appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you all for your contribution.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I want to thank you so much, Shawn. For one, your patience tonight as I struggled with and fought with the cyber gods. They did not win. We rebuked them in all their many forms, but I've always appreciated your workshops. And thank you for this one in particular in showing us how art is an instrumental part of the protest process.
Indeed.
Even if it's on the spot, language and words can help transform minds, and transforming minds helps us to create change.
Indeed.
And so it all happens in a process. And thank you for outlining that process for us tonight. Rashawn and Brianna, I want to thank you for attending. Rashawn, this is our third workshop together, I think, this week. And I'm getting to know you through the process of these workshops. And tonight, actually seeing your words in the chat screen, I hope to see you at future Soul Fires. You have a way with language that I am just coming to adore. So thank you for showing up tonight.
Yes, ma'am. I plan, trust me, this course, oh, I'm definitely going to be taking like next semester. I am. And you're going to be seeing a lot more of me.
I love it.
You
I
are.
love it. You definitely have skills, sir. You definitely have skill. And Miss Brianna Scott, Miss Brianna, thank you for coming tonight and for your
I really enjoyed it.
Everyone did a fantastic job.
Thank you. I just wish I could see y'all's faces. Like I'm on here I ain't got no haircut. I got the gray growing. I've been sweating out there changing the tire, and I came in here. And I'm like ready to show all the ugliness. There we go.
You see?
There we go. There we
And
go.
gorgeous and young people.
Beautiful black people. That's what I'm talking about.
My hair is not looking quite, presentable right now. So
Man, look at me. I gotta go get my life together.
It's family. This is family. It's family. Okay.
Yep.
They are too young to be worried about it though. So gorgeous.
I know. Look at y'all. Y'all look good.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Thank
And
you.
great to see
Thank
you, Tia.
you.
Great to see you always, Tia.
You too, Dr. Pinker. I wanted to hear about yesterday, so we'll talk about that another time. Shawn and I were actually doing the Nashville State Writers Slam
Oh, okay.
yesterday. So yeah, he was helping to get things organized, and I had to MC. But yeah, we're glad to be here. Thank you so much, Shawn. That was dope. It was
Indeed.
dope.
I believe our next workshop is next Wednesday.
Yeah.
And since you're speaking about slams, this event culminates with poetry slam at the end of the month. So Shawn and Brianna, if you're really interested in just seeing the competitive level, I encourage you to register for that event. But yeah, next Wednesday, Rebel Music. So we're continuing this idea of musicality next week. So with that said, Brianna, Rashawn, do you guys have any questions before we log off?
No, ma'am.
Not anything that I can muster.
Okay.
Right.
Well, thank you again for attending. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Shawn. Thank you for your patience and your grace. I really appreciate it. And
Not
for
a
a
problem.
wonderful workshop.
Thank you all.
All right. You guys have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you all.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Shawn.
Right. See you.